You are now tuned into the Panther Nation podcast.
Delone fires to an open Smith. Steve Smith is going to go all the way. No flags down. Smith scores, and the Carolina Panthers win in overtime.
Seal able to drop. He's intercepted by Kuechly. Kuechly inside the 20 to the 10 and to the end zone for another Panthers.
Welcome to the Panther Nation podcast. And here are your hosts, Rashad Beard and David Rose.
All right, what's good, everybody? Welcome to the Panther Nation podcast. I'm Rashad. I got my co-host, David, and we have another special guest today. We brought you another player. We're lucky enough and blessed enough to take a few minutes out of his day. But we got edge rusher from the Carolina Panthers, Austin Larkin. What's good, brother? How's it going?
Going real well. Good, glad to be here for sure.
Yeah, and appreciate you again. Once again, I appreciate you taking out your time. I know it's busy. You got off season. You got things you could be doing, but you're spending time with us now. We appreciate that.
Of course, yeah. Absolutely.
All right, so let's jump into this. Before we get into the meat and potatoes of the interview, talking about football, I kind of want to see how's your off season been going. Have you had a chance? I know COVID's going on right now. Have you had a chance to kind of decompress, travel somewhere? What have you been doing so far?
Absolutely. So right when the season ended, I kind of just went straight back into working out. Probably should have taken a little bit more time off. But actually, fortunately, we were able to, me and my girlfriend, we were able to go down to St. Lucia a few weeks ago. That was amazing. That was a great trip. But other than that, really just been relaxing, playing a lot of video games, and then, working out every day. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
So video games, what you playing, man?
Duty, actually, we just got off a few minutes ago. So I was doing for a few hours, to be honest with you. Weekends, we take it pretty light. Just like to, get some food, just relax, and just hang out.
All right.
Nice. So, yes, because Dave is a huge video game guy. That's why he picked up. This guy is like a video game connoisseur, to say the least.
Oh, what do you like to play?
Well, right now, I got my PS5. I'm starting to. I played Demon's Souls when it first came out, but now I'm mainly on my Switch stuff as of late. Like Mario 35 ends at the end of the year, at the end of the month, so I'm doing the daily on Mario 35 for the 35th anniversary for my stream. So I'm mainly a Nintendo kid, man. I've been playing it since I was a youngin'. I'm mainly a Nintendo kid at this point.
I got you. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm still playing Breath of the Wild. I still haven't finished.
No shame. There's no shame.
I still haven't finished it. Yeah.
There's no shame there, man. It's a really good game, so there's no shame.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Nice. So I see you have a Marvel hoodie on. Are you binge watching anything right now? Like, what are you watching on?
Yeah, we just finished WandaVision.
Great.
Can't lie though, the first 3 episodes, I was I was bored out of my mind.
Right.
But I'm not into Marvel like Rashad is, but for me, he told me, he was like, the first 3 episodes you're gonna be struggling.
Yeah.
But for me, like, I'm an old school TV guy.
Yeah.
So like I was digging the first couple episodes.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and then like it started, and then the transition, like, ooh, yeah, this is getting intense.
Yeah. It's tough. It's tough to watch, especially because they didn't drop it all at one time, right? You had to wait a week. You looked like you approached it the right way and waited till everything came out, and then did you binge watch the entire thing?
No, we were. I think we watched it like a day or two after it came out, and we were like, all right, what was that? Next week came, we're like, okay, I'm about to turn this off. Third week, I'm done. And then my friend, actually, my buddy, he was like, no, listen, the 4th episode, it's great.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'll give it another chance. And, he was right. So we ended up.
Absolutely.
So it was fantastic.
Yeah, it was great, man. I same thing. The episode 4, everything, the game changed. It was great after that. It didn't let up from there. So it's great. I am getting ready to, as soon as we're done here, I'm going to turn on Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So I'm yeah.
My girlfriend's over here in the back going crazy.
Yeah. As soon as listen, we're not gonna make this too long. We all want to go watch it, so we're gonna get out of here as soon as we can. All right. So that's funny, man. That's awesome. All right. So real quick, we know we did a bunch of research on you. as much as we could. And obviously, man, I didn't know, like, I'm not a huge baseball guy, but we found out that you're Barry Larkin is your uncle. Is that correct?
That's my Uncle Barry right there.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. So have you ever thought about playing like baseball as a kid?
I played it a lot growing up. My brother and I, we were both really good. Then about like 8th grade for me, and I think like freshman year or sophomore year of high school for him, we were just kind of like, all right, we're a little bored of this now. But like we loved it growing up, and we would love to play catch. You know, my dad was always out there with us, and it was a lot of fun. But at some point, I feel like we just kind of outgrew it. But yeah, we grew up going to the games and stuff. We lived in the Midwest, pretty close to Cincinnati, so we would always go to the games and see him play, and that was awesome. Just getting like really like a close up of all of that going on, and yeah, I mean, obviously, he had a lot of success with it. So.
Right, Hall of Fame action,
Hall of Fame, World Series champion.
Yeah.
Think you did okay. Safe bet.
Yeah, just a little. So, and your dad also played. He played at Notre Dame, correct? He played football in Notre Dame. Okay, so do you have any other, like, it seems like you have a whole family of athletes. Is there anybody else that played professionally anywhere else or collegiately?
I was in Shane. He went to Miami. He got drafted.
That's right.
That is right.
I didn't even put that together.
Yeah. He was playing basketball. I think he's playing over in Turkey now, overseas, and he's doing really well over there. But yeah, no. So I think that's about it in our family. But
that's awesome. Yeah, I didn't even put Shane Larkin. Man, I remember him playing in I'm a Duke fan, so I remember that. I've seen him play. That's awesome. I didn't even put that together. All right, so listen, the journey to the NFL was crazy. Let's kind of talk into that. Man, it's crazy to me, man. Because we talked to Brandon Zylstra as well, and he had a similar kind of different path, but very similar in the fact that he struggled, right? So like you walked on at Notre Dame. Obviously, your dad played there, so I'm assuming you went there to try to follow your dad's footsteps and whatnot. So you walked on, played linebacker there. You end up transferring to City College of San Francisco. You switched to deep position change, and then you were picked up by Purdue. Kind of walk us through that, because that seems like a lot, man. She's like a struggle, man.
It was a lot in a short span, to be honest with you. Just like that transition from linebacker to DN. Like I think I played DN like maybe once sophomore year of high school. Previous to that, so I was just kind of just running, just out there, just trying to learn as fast as I could. Ended up working out pretty well. It was a blessing for sure. Man, getting to Purdue, being able to really just show what I could do. I was so appreciative of just that opportunity they gave me to play there. Man, it was fantastic, and man, it was a great experience there at Purdue. And then got signed out of there, just undrafted free agent with the Cowboys. They gave me another opportunity. That was awesome. I got to learn a lot there from some great guys, from DeMarcus Lawrence,
nice.
Crawford. They were great. Obviously I got cut at the end of the preseason, but man, it was still a great learning experience for sure. Then after that, I went and played in the AAF, that league that lasted about six
months.
Yeah. Something like that. Which, I had a good time, to be honest with you. Like, I really liked it, but money didn't hold up. So, but again, like it was cool just because you get to keep playing. And for me personally, I feel like the only way to get better at it is to just keep going. Like, just like those games, like even though it wasn't like, a ton of fans, wasn't all that much viewership and everything, like just that experience and just being able to just keep stacking those reps over and over and over. You just keep getting better and better as long as you just apply yourself to it. And, right. I loved it. I loved San Antonio being down there. And then that got me an opportunity to work out with the Falcons. And then, it just kind of went on from there, and then ended up in Carolina, thank God. And I had a bit of a breakthrough last year as far as playing, like having success on the field. And man, sure. I love Carolina for sure. It's awesome here. And I'm just hoping that I'm going to stack up on this success I had last year, and just coming in hoping to be even better.
Absolutely. So rewinding back to the City College of San Francisco, like how did you get picked up? Like, because I read something, but I just want you to kind of reiterate how you got picked up. Because we always talk about, I do a lot of draft coverage on this channel too, right. And we always talk about guys that are performing at smaller colleges, and we always say, listen, if you have the talent, you're going to get found. Yeah. So like, talk about how that worked and how you got to Purdue.
So actually. When I was at City College of San Francisco, just kind of going back to my dad had played at Moeller, which was like a prestigious high school back in Ohio. And then one of his teammates that he played with there was the D coordinator at the time at Purdue. So I think that was how I kind of got my foot in the door there. He came and saw me play, or I think watched some film or something. And so that was kind of how I got my film in front of him. And that's how I got the in there. Just as far as like, them actually like looking at my film or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, that's how that ended up happening.
Nice. Okay. So you spent some time, like you said, you got picked up by the Cowboys. You got cut from there. Then you went to AAF. That didn't quite work out. And then you went to Atlanta, right? So, I was tracking the transactions from Atlanta, and I'm like, Jesus, like this man, like I want you to like really, because from an average fan, like we're fans here, and I'm just trying to think of all the transactions, all the uncertainty of what you have to go through. You get cut, you get added, you're back to the practice squad, you get cut. I mean, geez, like how does that work for you, bro? Like how do you keep that focus and just keep the drive to keep going, man?
I can't even lie. That was a really difficult time. It was just that uncertainty is like probably the worst part of it. And I don't mean to complain, being in the NFL was obviously a tremendous blessing and everything, but just, not knowing if you're going to be able to actually like stay where you're at. I was like considering just like, going back home and everything just to kind of recoup. And, thankfully, I think I like sent a text or something like right before I was about to go play in the XFL to my old D-line coach with the Falcons, being like, hey, like, I'm about to go up to New York to go play in the XFL. But like, I've been ready. I've stayed ready. I've stayed in shape and working out every day. And honestly, I think that might have like, just reminded them or something that like, hey, this guy's like 10 minutes down the road.
Yeah.
But man, it's a real challenge. Just to, because like you never really know if that phone call is going to come. But and like just having that uncertainty like behind the door, you just like you don't really know if you're actually working towards something or not at some points, and it can be difficult. But I got an amazing support system. I have a loving, amazing girlfriend that always has supported me.
Shout out to your girlfriend, man.
Yeah, for real. She was there for me through everything, and I love her.
Sounds like a keeper, man.
Oh,
Sounds
yeah.
like a keeper back there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So just talk really quick. We want to transition because you did come in. You came into the Panthers. I think you got activated when Yetur went to IR somewhere around that time.
Yep.
And I just want to talk. Like, can you talk a little bit about Matt Rule and the coaching staff, Phil Snow? Because I'm gonna be honest, like us Panthers fans, we've been Panthers fans since '95, right? We've been for a long time, and we have seen the college coach come in, and we've seen, hey, that doesn't quite work out, and we were skeptical. Well, at least I was. I speak for myself. We were skeptical about the college coach coming into the NFL. So talk to us a little bit about Phil Snow, because he seemed like a really cool dude, super energetic. Talk to us about Phil Snow and the defense and how that's coming along.
Yeah, Coach Snow he's a straight shooter. He's going to tell you like how it is. How he's going to tell you how it is. He's incredibly passionate. He loves what he does. You can tell he's constantly in the building, first one in, last one out. And you kind of feed off of that, like just how much he really cares about it. Like Coach Snow's a great guy for sure. Yeah. Cool,
awesome. All right, so real quick, I guess this is my final question, unless Dave has something. Like, what are your expectations coming into next season? Like, I know you're getting ready to come in. Sometime training camp's going to open up. I don't know when the dates are, in June sometime. But I'm not sure if either with the way things are going to be looking with COVID and whatnot. But what are your expectations for the season coming up, man?
Man, honestly, I'm just trying to take that next step. I felt like I had a lot of almost moments this past year, and I'm trying to turn those almost moments into, I'm not even sure what the word is for it, but just I'm trying to really execute and just like really just take that next step. Honestly, just improve my game in all aspects. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Awesome. Yeah, man. Yeah, I hope to see you out there, because I go to training camp every year. We didn't get a chance to go last year due to COVID, but if it's open to fans, we'll be out there, or at least I will. Dave's in Rhode Island, but I'll be out there. Hope to check you out, man. For sure. So, Dave, do you have any other questions before we get Austin up out of here to watch Winter Soldier? Yeah,
I got one more question. So, you being on the Panthers, like, what is it? Can you name a defensive player on the team that's a mentor to you?
Let's see. I would say I learned a lot from Burns' game this past year. Just like his relentlessness, like his ability to just like set up his rushes and everything. Like I took a lot. I felt like I learned a lot just watching his game, which is like kind of, it's a little weird to say because he's younger than me, but I mean,
right. No, hey,
he's elite.
I get it.
Yeah, absolutely. And we got Hassan Riddick coming in now too, and I feel like I'll be able to take a lot from that as well. So it's really. I just try to take as much as I can from those around me. Like if I see something that they're having success with, something that they're really good at, I just try to absorb it, just try to be like a sponge almost. But yeah, I'd say learning from Burns' game this past season was like probably that I learned where I learned a lot from, where I learned the most from.
That's awesome. All right, so we're gonna close this thing out, man. Once again, I don't want to take too much of your time. We just want to have a real quick conversation with you. And again, we appreciate your time. I want you to get off and go watch Winter Soldier and the Falcon and Winter Soldier because I'm about to do that.
Yeah.
So I don't want to take up too much of your time. Again, once again, we appreciate it. Austin Larkin, Carolina Panthers edge rusher. Thank you for joining us, man.
Appreciate it.
All right, bro. Thanks.